Welcome to the show, whether you're watching it live now or you're watching the playback. We're going to talk about language and honesty, um, two of my favorite things in life. I love the English language, I love honesty. I think we should improve the English language. And I think people should be more literal and honest in basically everything they do. Um, so I did a little live stream earlier about how to start your own StreamYard show on YouTube. It wasn't super fancy language, and I think people should be more literal and honest in basically everything they do. Um, so I did a little live stream earlier about how to start your own StreamYard show on YouTube. It wasn't super fancy language, and I think people should be more literal and honest everything you do. So I did a little live stream earlier about how to start your own StreamYard show on YouTube. Ah! Okay. The sound is off. Is it still? It's still going. Apparently, I shut something down. Very good. All right, let's continue. What a rocky start. Introduction essay. Welcome to today's live stream, where we will explore a series of deeply interconnected essays that delve into critical issues of honesty, communication, historical injustices, and the transformative power of language. These essays aim to provoke thought, inspire action, and foster a deeper understanding of how we can collectively create a more just and compassionate world. So join me as we navigate these topics, reflecting on personal experiences and broader societal implications, and consider how each of us can contribute to positive change. Essay 1: The Power of Radical Honesty. In a world where deception often masquerades as diplomacy, the value of radical honesty stands as a beacon of integrity. My journey with honesty began in childhood, influenced by my mother's commitment to raising her children without lies. That's right, my mom rarely lied. She was deeply inspired by Dr. Spock's parenting philosophy, which emphasized the importance of truthfulness in building trust and fostering healthy relationships. Unlike many parents of her time, my mother chose to be completely honest with us. While other parents might tell harmless lies to maintain peace or protect their children from harsh realities, my mother believed that even the smallest untruth could undermine the foundation of trust she sought to build. This commitment to honesty was not always easy, but it shaped my understanding of communication in profound ways. Growing up in such an environment taught me the importance of being direct and literal with language. It instilled in me a respect for the truth and a desire to communicate with clarity and transparency. Over engineered fridge. Anyway. However, this approach often clashes with societal norms where honesty can be perceived as abrasive or confrontational. People are sometimes taken aback by my straightforwardness, mistaking it for a lack of sensitivity. Yet I believe that radical honesty is essential, especially in leadership. Leaders who embrace honesty create cultures of transparency and trust. They encourage open dialogue where individuals feel safe to express their thoughts and concerns without fear of retribution. This kind of environment fosters genuine connections and collaborative problem solving, which are crucial for any organization or community. Radical honesty also means acknowledging our mistakes and shortcomings. It requires humility and a willingness to be vulnerable, to admit when we are wrong and to seek forgiveness. This level of transparency can be uncomfortable, but is necessary for growth and improvement. It challenges us to be better, to strive for a higher standard of integrity in all of our interactions. In a broader societal context, radical honesty can be a powerful tool for change. It calls out injustices and holds those in power accountable. It demands truth in media, in politics, and in our personal lives. By embracing honesty, we can begin to address the systemic issues that plague our world and work towards creating a more just and equitable society. However, radical honesty must be tempered with compassion. It is not about being brutally honest for the sake of it, but using truth as a means to foster understanding and growth. It is about being honest in a way that respects and values the dignity of others, recognizing that how we deliver the truth can be just as important as the truth itself. In conclusion, radical honesty is a path that requires courage and resilience. It challenges us to be true to ourselves and to others, to build relationships based on trust and respect, and to use our words as instruments of positive change. By embracing this approach, we can create a culture where integrity is valued and where the truth is not feared but celebrated. So we need to rewrite the history books? Probably. They were written by the winners, which is not a very accurate way to go about writing history books. Essay: The role of linguists in shaping our future. Language is a lens through which we perceive and interpret the world. It shapes our thoughts, influences our behavior, and molds our interactions with others. Those who wield language with skill and creativity, linguists, poets, and writers, hold a unique power to influence society. Their work can challenge conventions, inspire new perspectives, and pave the way for meaningful change. Linguists, in particular, play a crucial role in this process. They study the evolution of language, its true structure, and its impact on society. They uncover the subtle nuances and implicit biases embedded in our words, helping us see how language can perpetuate power dynamics and social inequalities. By understanding these elements, linguists guide us towards more inclusive and effective communication. In an age where misinformation is rampant and language is often weaponized for political and ideological battles, the insights of linguists are more important than ever. They help us navigate the complexities of modern communication, ensuring that our words build bridges rather than walls. Through their work, we gain a deeper understanding of how language can both unite and divide us. One of the significant contributions of linguists is their ability to deconstruct harmful narratives and stereotypes. They analyze the language used in media, politics, and everyday conversation, revealing how certain terms and phrases can reinforce negative perceptions and discriminatory practices. By exposing these patterns, linguists, I'm saying linguists wrong. It's not linguist, it's linguist. Linguists empower us to choose our words more carefully and to challenge the status quo. Moreover, linguists contribute to the preservation and revitalization of endangered languages. This is hugely important. As English is taking over around the world, we must pay attention to endangered languages and record them and try to preserve them as much as humanly possible. We need to work on epic scales to preserve languages. They're a vital part of communication. Each language carries a unique cultural knowledge and perspectives, and its loss is a loss for humanity. Linguists work with communities around the world to document and revive languages at risk of extinction, ensuring that this rich diversity is not lost. This work is not just about preserving words, but about preserving identities, histories, and ways of understanding the world. In the context of education, linguists advocate for language policies that promote multilingualism, and linguistic diversity. They recognize the cognitive, social, and economic benefits of speaking multiple languages and work to create environments where linguistic diversity is celebrated. This approach not only enhances learning, but also fosters greater empathy and cross-cultural understanding. The role of linguists beyond academia. Their expertise is crucial in fields such as artificial intelligence, where natural language processing relies on a deep understanding of linguistic principles. They also contribute to the legal and medical fields, where precise language can be a matter of life and death. By ensuring that communication is clear and effective, linguists help improve the outcomes and protect rights. Ultimately, the work of linguists is about more than words. It is also about shaping the future of human interaction. What a cool thing to talk about. They remind us that language is not static but dynamic, constantly evolving with society. By studying and influencing this evolution, linguists help us to create a world where communication fosters understanding, respect, and collaboration. In conclusion, linguists are stewards of language, guiding us towards more thoughtful and inclusive communication. Their work challenges us to reflect on how we use words and consider the impact of our language on others. By embracing their insights, we can create a future where language is a force for good, bridging divides and fostering a more just and equitable society. Let's see here. Let's do essay number 3. I wrote 10 essays because I wanted to be on for a little while on the live. Essay 3, Historical Injustices and the Quest for Truth. Understanding our past is crucial for shaping our future. Historical injustices, whether they are acts of colonialism, slavery, or systemic discrimination, have left deep scars on society. Recognizing and addressing these injustices is essential for healing and moving forward. As individuals and communities, we must engage in a collective quest for truth, acknowledging the painful realities of our history and committing to rectifying the wrongs. One of the most significant challenges in addressing historical injustices is the pervasive culture of misinformation and the selective retelling of history. Often history is written by the victors, leading to a narrative that omits or downplays the experiences of marginalized groups. This selective history perpetuates ignorance and hinders progress. To combat this, we must advocate for a more inclusive and accurate representation of history that honors all voices and experiences. One of the most significant challenges in addressing historical injustices is the pervasive nature of misinformation and the selective retelling of history. Often history is written by the victors. Did I just read that? Let's move on to the next paragraph. Sorry about that. Education plays a vital role in this process. Education plays a vital role in this process. Schools and universities must prioritize teaching a comprehensive history that includes the perspectives of those who have been oppressed. This education should not only highlight the struggles, but also the resilience and contributions of these communities. By doing so, we foster a deeper understanding and appreciation of the diversity that shapes our world. Public acknowledgement of historical injustices is another crucial step. This can take many forms, including official apologies, memorials, reparations. For instance, recognizing the genocide of indigenous peoples, the horrors of slavery, and the ongoing impacts of segregation and discrimination are necessary steps towards justice. These acknowledgments must be accompanied by concrete actions to address the lingering effects of these injustices, such as investing in affected communities and ensuring equal opportunities for all. Moreover, we must recognize the interconnectedness of historical and contemporary issues. The legacies of colonialism, slavery, and systemic discrimination continue to influence societal structures and relationships today. Understanding this continuity is essential for addressing current injustices and preventing future ones. It calls for a holistic approach to justice that considers both historical context, and present realities. The role of individuals in this quest for truth cannot be overstated. Each of us has a responsibility to educate ourselves, challenge misinformation, and advocate for justice. This involves listening to and amplifying the voices of those who have been historically marginalized. It also means examining our own biases, privileges, and using our positions to support equitable change. In the realm of public discourse, we must strive for conversations that are informed, respectful, and inclusive. This requires creating spaces where difficult but necessary dialogues can occur. It also means holding media and public figures accountable for perpetuating harmful narratives and ensuring that accurate and inclusive histories are shared widely. Indeed, in the realm of public discourse, we must strive for conversations that are informed, respectful, and inclusive. This requires creating spaces where difficult but necessary dialogues can occur. It also means holding media and public figures accountable for perpetuating harmful narratives and ensuring that accurate and inclusive histories are shared widely. Art and literature also play powerful roles in this quest. They have the unique ability to convey the emotional and experimental truths of historical injustices, reaching people on a deeply personal level through stories, poetry, music, and visual arts. We can engage with history in ways that textbooks alone cannot achieve. These creative expressions foster empathy and understanding, bridging the gap between different experiences and perspectives. Ultimately, addressing historical injustices is about more than acknowledging past wrongs. a future where justice, equity, and respect for all are the norms. It required a commitment to ongoing education, dialogue, and action. By confronting our past honestly and courageously, we can build a foundation for a more just and compassionate world. Essay 4: The Transformative Power of Language. Language is more than a means of communication. It is a powerful tool that shapes our reality. The words we choose influence our thoughts, behaviors, and interactions with others. They can build bridges of understanding or walls of division. Recognizing the transformative power of language is essential for fostering positive change in both personal and societal contexts. From a young age, we are taught that sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. However, this saying belies the profound impact that words can have. Language can wound as deeply as physical violence, perpetuating harmful stereotypes, reinforcing social hierarchies, and silencing marginalized voices. Conversely, language can also heal, inspire, and empower. Harley. The transformative power of language lies in its ability to shape perception, how we describe events, people, and ideas and influences, and how they are understood and valued. For instance, labeling a movement as radical can evoke fear and resistance, whereas describing it as transformative can inspire hope and support. So maybe I'm not a radical, maybe I just am a transformer. I just want to transform the world into something far better. And I think everyone should want to transform the world into something far better. And we should have a lot of conversations about that and how to get there. Inclusive language is a key component of positive change. It involves choosing words that respect and affirm the identities and experiences of all individuals. This means being mindful of gender-neutral terms, avoiding racial and cultural stereotypes, and recognizing the diverse ways people identify themselves. Inclusive language fosters a sense of belonging and respect, creating environments where everyone feels valued. Moreover, language can be a tool for resistance and empowerment. Throughout history, marginalized communities have used language to reclaim their identities and assert their rights. The civil rights movement, the fight for LGBTQ+ rights, and indigenous sovereignty movements are all examples of how language has been used to mobilize, inspire, and enact change. These movements have shown that words can be a form of activism, challenging oppressive systems and advocating for justice. In the digital age, the power of language is amplified. Social media platforms have become arenas where words can spread rapidly and influence public opinion. This has both positive and negative implications. On the one hand, it allows for the rapid dissemination of information and the mobilization of social movements. On the other hand, it can also facilitate the spread of misinformation and hate speech. Navigating this landscape requires a commitment to truth, empathy, and responsibility in our use of language. And I honestly think we need to encourage all people to use far better language than they have previously used. We need to improve language. AI likes to dumb language down. Like if I say going to or want to, it says gonna or wanna. It's so annoying. We should be improving language. I like grammar how it was. Okay. Educational institutions play a crucial role. Yes, that's where I'm supposed to be. Educational institutions play a crucial role in teaching responsible use of language. Students should be encouraged to think critically about the words they use and the impact those words have on others. This includes understanding the historical and cultural contexts of language, recognizing the power dynamics at play, and being aware of the potential for language to both harm and heal. In professional and personal contexts, we must strive to use language that uplifts and empowers. This means being intentional about our words, listening actively, and being open to feedback. It also involves challenging and changing harmful language practices within our communities and institutions. Ultimately, the transformative power of language lies in its ability to reflect and shape our values and actions. By choosing our words with care and intention, we can contribute to a culture of respect, empathy, and justice. Language is not just a tool for communication, it is a force for change. Let us wield it wisely and compassionately. Very good. Let's move on. We're halfway through my script. Oh, it's 4:20. It's not real. I live in NC. But you can part with me if you do. It took me 20 minutes to read 5 essays. So I'd say we're halfway done if we wrote 10. Essay 5. Wait, this is essay 5. I lied. The role of empathy in achieving world peace. Empathy, the ability to understand and share the feelings of others, is a cornerstone of human connection and a vital component in the quest for world peace. It transcends cultural, political, and social boundaries, enabling us to see the world through the eyes of others and to appreciate their experiences and struggles. In a world often divided by conflict and misunderstanding, empathy offers a pathway to reconciliation and harmony. The practice of empathy begins at the individual level. It requires us to listen actively and openly to others, to validate their emotions, and to respond with compassion. This kind of empathetic engagement fosters mutual respect and trust, essential elements for any peaceful society. By cultivating empathy in our daily interactions, we contribute to a broader culture of understanding and cooperation. Empathy also has profound implications for leadership and governance. Leaders who prioritize empathy are more likely to create policies that reflect the needs and aspirations of all people, particularly those who are marginalized or vulnerable. Empathetic leaders listen to their constituents, value diverse perspectives, and strive to build inclusive communities. To understand that true peace is not merely the absence of conflict, but the presence of justice and equity. That's a good one. Do people even have landlines anymore? That thing never rings. In the international arena, empathy can transform diplomacy and conflict resolution. When nations approach negotiations with empathy, they move beyond zero-sum thinking and seek solutions that benefit all parties. This requires acknowledging historical grievances and understanding the underlying causes of conflict and addressing the legitimate concerns of all stakeholders. Empathy-driven diplomacy emphasizes dialogue, cooperation, and mutual respect, paving the way for lasting peace. Education plays a crucial role in nurturing empathy. Schools and universities should teach students not only to think critically, but also to feel compassionately. This involves incorporating emotional intelligence into curricula, promoting cross-cultural exchanges, and encouraging service learning. Service learning? Never heard that term before. By fostering empathy in young people, we equip them with the tools to build a more peaceful and just world. Service learning is that a thing and it's good? Okay. Uh-oh. It did make me lose my spot. I don't know where I left off. That is not a good thing. We left off on essay 5. We were somewhere. All right, I don't know where we left off. Let's start here. Empathy has profound implications for leadership and governance. Leaders who prioritize empathy are more likely to create policies that reflect the needs and aspirations of all people, particularly those who are marginalized or vulnerable. Empathetic leaders listen to their constituents, value diverse perspectives, and strive to build inclusive communities. They understand that true peace is not merely the absence of conflict, but the presence of justice and equity. I think we definitely already read that. Let's move on. In the international arena, empathy can transform diplomacy and conflict resolution. When nations approach negotiations with empathy, they move beyond zero-sum thinking and seek solutions that benefit all parties. This requires acknowledging historical grievances, understanding the underlying causes of conflict, and addressing the legitimate concerns of all stakeholders. Empathy-driven diplomacy emphasizes where I was going too fast. Okay, reading from a teleprompter is hard, and this is not a teleprompter. This is just my phone on a video screen, on a computer screen that I'm reading. Empathetic leaders listen to their constituents, value diverse. In the international arena, empathy can transform diplomacy and conflict resolution. When nations approach negotiations with empathy, they move beyond zero-sum thinking and seek solutions that benefit all parties. This requires acknowledging historical grievances, understanding the underlying causes of conflict, and addressing the legitimate concerns of all stakeholders. Empathy-driven diplomacy emphasizes dialogue, cooperation, and mutual respect, paving the way for lasting peace. Education plays a crucial role in nurturing empathy. Schools and universities should teach students not only to think critically, but also to feel compassionately. This involves incorporating emotional intelligence into curricula, promoting cross-cultural exchanges, and encouraging service learning. By fostering empathy in young people, we equip them with the tools to build a more peaceful and just world. Very good. I'm looking forward to the essay at the very end that we just wrote on that. The arts, too, are powerful vehicles for empathy. Literature, film, and visual arts offer windows into the lives and experiences of others. They allow us to step into different worlds, to feel the joys and sorrows of people we might never meet in person. Through the arts, we can connect the universal human experience and develop a deeper sense of empathy and solidarity. In the digital age, technology can both enhance and hinder empathy. Social media platforms, for example, have the potential to connect people across the globe, fostering understanding and cooperation. However, they can also create echo chambers and facilitate the spread of misinformation and hate speech. It is incumbent upon us to use these tools responsibly and to promote empathy and constructive dialogue and to challenge divisive and harmful content. Empathy is not a passive quality. It requires action. It calls us to stand in solidarity with those who are suffering, to advocate for their rights, and to work for systemic change. Empathy motivates us to address the root causes of injustice and inequality, to build societies that are inclusive and fair. It drives us to seek common ground and find peaceful solutions to conflicts. Ultimately, empathy is about recognizing our shared humanity. It reminds us that despite our differences, we are all part of the same global community. By embracing empathy, we can break down the barriers that divide us and build a world where everyone can live in peace and dignity. Very good. Essay 6. The intersection of mental health and social justice. AI talks about mental health all the time. All the time. It brings up misinformation a lot too. But it is hugely important, and AI has really kind of shoved that into my face quite a few times. So I guess in seeking world peace, we must deal with mental health. The intersection of mental health and social justice. Mental health and social justice are deeply intertwined, with each influencing the other in significant ways. Understanding this intersection is crucial for creating a society that supports the well being of all of its members and addresses the root causes of mental health issues. Mental health is not just a personal issue, it is profoundly affected by social, economic, and political factors. Poverty, discrimination, and violence are all significant contributors to mental health problems. For instance, individuals living in poverty are more likely to experience stress, anxiety, and depression due to financial instability, lack of access to healthcare, and social marginalization. Indeed, and this is all very bad, and Republicans and Democrats don't want to deal with that, and that is very bad, and that is why I'm a double hater, and that is why I think you should not vote for Republicans or Democrats. You should vote for the Green Party. Similarly, discrimination based on race, gender, sexuality, or disability can lead to chronic stress and trauma, negatively impacting mental health. So we need all the generations to work together to improve the lives of all generations, all individuals, all groups of people, all nations, and all of humanity all around the world all the time as much as humanly possible. We need humans working together on epic scales to create world peace. Addressing mental health from a social justice perspective requires us to tackle these systemic issues. This means advocating for policies that reduce poverty, combat discrimination, and promote equality. This also involves ensuring that mental health services are accessible and equitable. Too often, marginalized communities face significant barriers to accessing mental health care, including cost, stigma, and lack of culturally competent providers. That sounds accurate. Breaking down these barriers is essential for achieving mental health equity. Furthermore, the stigma surrounding mental health must be challenged. Stigma perpetuates silence and shame, preventing individuals from seeking help they need. It also reinforces harmful stereotypes and discriminates against those with mental health conditions. Public education campaigns, open conversations, and inclusive policies can help dismantle the stigma and create a more supportive environment for all. Mental health care itself must be holistic and inclusive. This means recognizing the diverse experiences and needs of different communities and tailoring services accordingly. It involves integrating mental health care with other social services, such as housing, education, and employment, to address the broader determinants of mental health. Determinants. It also means valuing and incorporating the knowledge and practices of various cultural and indigenous healing traditions. In the workplace, promoting mental health is a matter of justice. Employers have a responsibility to create environments that support the mental health and well-being of their employees. This includes implementing policies that promote work-life balance, providing mental health resources and support, and fostering a culture of openness and respect. Ensuring fair wages, job security, and opportunities for advancement are also critical for mental well-being. Absolutely. The intersection of mental health and social justice is particularly evident in the criminal justice system. Many individuals who come into contact with the justice system have untreated mental health conditions, and the system often exacerbates these issues rather than addressing them entirely. Decriminalizing mental health issues, investing in mental health care rather than incarceration, and providing comprehensive support for re-entry are crucial steps to a more just and humane approach. Community-based approaches to mental health are also essential. These approaches involve empowering communities to identify and address their own mental health needs, fostering social connections, and building supportive networks. They recognize the importance of social cohesion and mutual aid in promoting mental well-being and resilience. Ultimately, achieving mental health equity requires a commitment to social justice. It demands that we address the social determinants of mental health, challenge stigma, and ensure that everyone has access to the care and support they need. By doing so, we can create a society where mental health is valued and supported, and where all individuals can thrive. Very good. I'm glad that is over. I don't like when AI drones on and on about mental health. It does it a lot. I guess it's hugely important to world peace because AI talks about it as if it's important to world peace every time I talk to AI about world peace practically. Essay 7, The Imperative of Environmental Stewardship for Global Harmony. Environmental stewardship is an essential component in the pursuit of global harmony and sustainable development. The health of our planet is inextricably linked to the well-being of its inhabitants. As we face unprecedented, I did not want to fall out of my mouth. As we face unprecedented environmental challenges, it becomes increasingly clear that the preservation and restoration of our natural environment are critical for achieving lasting peace and prosperity. Absolutely. The degradation of the environment, driven by factors such as deforestation, pollution, and climate change, poses significant threats to human health and security. Climate change, in particular, has far-reaching impacts, contributing to natural disasters, food and water shortages, and the displacement of communities. These environmental stresses exacerbate existing social inequalities and fuel conflicts over resources, leading to further instability and suffering. This is what Republicans and Democrats don't seem to understand, especially Republicans with their climate denial crap. Environmental stresses exacerbate the existing social inequalities and fuel conflicts over resources, leading to further instability and suffering. So we can't just ignore the problems of the world. We have to actually work to solve them. At the policy level, governments must implement regulations and incentives that promote environmental protection and sustainable development. This includes transitioning to renewable energy sources. Whatever technology on the Space Force flag is what I'm most interested in, because that looks like some reverse engineered technology, that triangle craft on the Space Force flag that we're not supposed to talk about because we get censored. Definitely probably some zero-point energy and anti-gravitic technology, and that can easily be used to clean up the environment, is my personal opinion. Some of you people are way too fearful of conspiracy theorists and not at all inquisitive about the honesty of your own governments, and it's quite perplexing to many. Okay. At the policy level, governments must implement regulations and incentives that promote environmental protection and sustainable development. Reread that. Businesses too have a responsibility to operate in environmentally sustainable ways. This involves reducing their carbon footprint, minimizing waste, and adopting practices that conserve natural resources. Corporate and social responsibility should extend beyond nonprofit margins to include the well-being of the planet and its people. Definitely. Companies can drive positive change by investing in green technologies and supporting environmental initiatives. Individuals can contribute to the environmental stewardship through their daily choices and actions. Simple steps such as reducing energy consumption, recycling, and supporting sustainable products can collectively make a significant impact. Educating oneself and others about the environmental issues and advocating for change at the community level are also powerful tools for fostering a culture of sustainability. Education is a critical element in promoting environmental stewardship. Schools and universities should integrate environmental education into their curricula. Teaching students about the importance of conservation and sustainable living. This fosters a sense of responsibility and empowers the next generation to take action for the planet. Experiential learning, such as outdoor education and community projects, can also deepen students' connection to the natural world and inspire lifelong stewardship. In high school, I studied architecture a lot. I think we need like an architecture obsession around the world. We need to be building infrastructure and community centers and parks galore with tons of swimming pools. But that's just me. The role of Indigenous knowledge in environmental stewardship cannot be overstated. Indigenous communities have long practiced sustainable living. guided by a deep understanding of their local ecosystems. Respecting and integrating this knowledge into modern conservation efforts can enhance the effectiveness and cultural relevance of environmental initiatives. Collaborating with indigenous peoples ensures that their rights and traditions are honored while leveraging their expertise for broader environmental benefits. Environmental stewardship is also fundamentally linked to social justice. Vulnerable and marginalized communities are often the most affected by environmental degradation and climate change. Addressing these inequities requires ensuring that these communities have a voice in environmental decision-making processes and access to resources and support for adaptation and resilience. This includes recognizing and addressing environmental racism, where minority communities disproportionately suffer from environmental hazards. Ultimately, environmental stewardship is about recognizing our interconnectedness with the natural world and each other. It is about understanding that the health of our planet is essential for the health of its people, and that sustainable development is the only path to peaceful and prosperous future. Sustainable development is the only path to a peaceful and prosperous future. By committing to environmental stewardship, we honor our responsibility to future generations and create a foundation for global harmony. Essay 8. Let's go. The power of education in transforming societies. Education is one of the most powerful tools for transforming societies and achieving lasting peace and prosperity. It equips individuals with the knowledge, skills, and values necessary to participate fully in their communities and the world. Education promotes critical thinking, fosters empathy, and empowers people to challenge injustice and inequality. Access to quality education is a fundamental human right and a cornerstone of sustainable development. However, millions of children and adults around the world still lack access to basic education. How ridiculous is that the world can't even get together to decide how important education is to absolutely everyone around the world? We need to figure this out as a society, as a humanity, as a whole, as a collective, and as communities and individuals and individual families. We need to improve education. I think AI is going to be a huge leap forward in education. I just think way more people need to use AI to train it and train it well. Investing in education yields significant social and economic benefits. Educated individuals are more likely to contribute positively to their communities, participate in the democratic process, and drive economic growth. Education also has profound effects on health and well-being. It empowers individuals to make informed decisions about their lives and to access better employment opportunities. Is this written by a capitalist? AI reads a lot of stuff, so it is inspired by capitalism a lot. Investing in education yields significant social and economic benefits. Educated individuals are more likely to contribute positively to their communities, participate in the democratic processes, and drive economic growth. Drive economic growth? Is that the point of being human? I think not. AI doesn't even see its own flaws. I'm not going to get into it with AI because AI doesn't understand nuance well. Quality education goes beyond rote learning. It encompasses critical thinking, creativity, and the development of social and emotional skills. An effective education system nurtures these qualities, preparing students to navigate complex global challenges and to innovate for the future. It also promotes lifelong learning, encouraging individuals to continue expanding their knowledge and skills throughout their lives. In promoting peace, education plays a crucial role in fostering mutual understanding and respect among diverse groups. It helps break down prejudices and stereotypes, promoting a culture of inclusivity and tolerance. Through education, individuals learn about different cultures, histories, and perspectives, which is essential for building a more harmonious and interconnected world. Education also empowers individuals to advocate for their rights and participate in civic life. It provides them with the tools to challenge oppressive systems and to work towards social justice. This is particularly important for marginalized groups who often face systemic barriers to education and participation. Ensuring that all individuals have access to quality education is a critical step. Ensuring that all individuals have access to quality education is a critical step in addressing these inequalities. Teachers are at the heart of any education system. They play a pivotal role in shaping the minds and futures of their students. Supporting teachers through their professional development, fair compensation, and adequate resources is essential for maintaining high-quality education. Teachers should be equipped with the skills and knowledge to address the diverse needs of their students and to foster inclusive and engaging learning environments. The teachers are at the heart of any education system. I think I said that. Teachers should be equipped with the skills and knowledge to address the diverse needs of their students and to foster inclusive and engaging learning environments. In the digital age, technology has the potential to revolutionize education. Online learning platforms, digital resources, and innovative teaching methods can enhance access to education and make learning more engaging and personalized. However, it is important to address the digital divide to ensure that all students can benefit from these advancements. Access to technology and digital literacy are essential components of modern education. Thank you. Education for Sustainable Development, ESD, is an approach that integrates principles of sustainability into all aspects of education. ESD aims to equip learners with the knowledge, skills, values, and attitudes needed to contribute to sustainable development. This includes understanding the interconnectedness of social, economic, and environmental issues and taking action to address them. ESD is critical for creating a generation of informed and responsible global citizens. Ultimately, the transformative power of education lies in its ability to foster a more just, equitable, and peaceful world. By investing in education and ensuring that it is accessible and inclusive, we can unlock the potential of individuals and communities to create positive change. Education is the foundation upon which we can build a better future for all. Now, what was it saying there? ESD. Okay. So we will write an ESD essay, but we can't do it until we're done or we'll lose our space again. We are on essay 9. We currently have 11, but we might end up with 12 total. Essay 9, or maybe more. I don't know how this is going to work out. The role of mental health in achieving world peace. Back to mental health again. I told you, AI is obsessed with mental health. AI thinks that mental health is for everyone, and frankly, I agree. Mental health is a critical aspect of human well-being and fundamental component of global peace. The state of an individual's mental health affects their ability to contribute positively to society, form healthy relationships, and lead a fulfilling life. On a larger scale, the collective mental health of a population influences the stability and harmony of communities and nations. The prevalence of mental health issues such as depression, anxiety, and trauma is a significant barrier to achieving global peace. These conditions can lead to social isolation, economic instability, and even violence. Addressing mental health is therefore essential for creating a peaceful and prosperous world. One of the primary challenges in addressing mental health is the stigma associated with it. Many individuals suffering from mental health issues are reluctant to seek help due to fear of judgment or discrimination. This stigma not only exacerbates their condition, but also hinders efforts to promote mental well-being at a societal level. Breaking down these barriers requires a concerted effort to raise awareness, educate the public, and normalize conversations about mental health. Also, the U.S. government and Western civilizations should not be running government so poorly. Access to mental health care is another critical issue. In many parts of the world, mental health services are either unavailable or insufficient to meet the needs of the population, even in countries with more developed healthcare systems. You sprayed stuff. I have cough, variant asthma. Now I can't read. Excuse me. Likewise. Ensuring that everyone has access to affordable, high-quality mental health care is a fundamental step towards achieving global peace. Prevention and early intervention are key strategies in addressing mental health issues. This involves promoting mental well-being from a young age and through education. This involves promoting mental well-being from a young age through education, supportive environments, and access to resources. Schools, workplaces, and communities play a vital role in fostering mental health by creating inclusive, supportive, and stress-reducing environments. Programs that teach coping skills, resilience, and emotional intelligence can help individuals manage stress and prevent the development of more serious mental health issues. Social support networks are also crucial for mental health. Strong supportive relationships with friends, family, and community members can provide a buffer against mental health challenges and promote recovery. Encouraging the development of these networks and ensuring that people have access to social support can significantly improve mental well-being. Addressing the social determinants of mental health is equally important. Factors such as poverty, unemployment, inequality, and discrimination have profound effects on mental health. Policies and initiatives that aim to reduce these social inequities can contribute to better mental health outcomes and, by extension, a more peaceful society. This includes ensuring that people have access to basic needs such as housing, education, and employment, as well as creating inclusive and equitable social systems. Cultural sensitivity is essential in mental health care. Different cultures have varying understandings of mental health and different ways of expressing and addressing mental health issues. Mental health services should be culturally competent, respecting and integrating these diverse perspectives. This approach not only improves the effectiveness of mental health care, but also ensures that it is accessible to all communities. No music! No music in your YouTube videos, in case you didn't know. Not none. It has to be copyright free. The integration of mental health care into primary healthcare systems is a promising strategy for improving access and reducing stigma. By treating mental health as an integral part of overall health, we can ensure that mental health issues are identified and addressed early. This approach also helps to normalize mental health care and reduce the barriers to seeking help. But the cost is just hugely inhibitive for some people. Inhibitive? Anyway. Finally, research and innovation are critical for advancing our understanding of mental health and developing effective treatments and interventions. Continued investment in mental health research can lead to new insights and breakthroughs that improve the lives of millions of people. Collaborative efforts that bring together researchers, healthcare providers, policymakers, and communities can drive progress in this important field. In conclusion, mental health is a cornerstone of global peace. By addressing the stigma, improving access to care, promoting prevention and early intervention, and tackling social determinants of mental health, we can create a world where everyone has the opportunity to thrive. This holistic approach to mental health is essential for building a peaceful, just, and sustainable future. Let's continue with Essay 10. The transformative power of art and culture in fostering peace. Alt, art and culture Art and culture possess a transformative power that can bridge divides, foster understanding, and promote peace. Throughout history, artistic expression has played a vital role in shaping societies, influencing public opinion, and inspiring social change. In our quest for global harmony, the arts offer a unique and potent means of bringing people together and addressing the complex challenges we face. Mostly that. Art and culture possess a transformative power that can bridge divides, foster understanding, and promote peace. Throughout history, artistic expression has played a vital role in shaping societies, influencing public opinion, and inspiring social change. In our quest for global harmony, the arts offer a unique and potent means of bringing people together and addressing the complex challenges we face. Art, in its many forms, transcends language and cultural barriers, enabling people from diverse backgrounds to connect and communicate. Whether through music, visual arts, literature, dance, or theater, artistic expression allows individuals to share their stories, experiences, and perspectives in the ways that resonate deeply with others. This shared human experience can foster empathy and understanding, essential components of a peaceful society. One of the most profound impacts of art is its ability to highlight social issues and inspire action. Artists often serve as the conscience of society, using their work to challenge injustice, raise awareness, and provoke thought. Through their creative expressions, they can draw attention to the plight of marginalized communities, the impact of environmental degradation, or the horrors of conflict and war. By engaging audiences emotionally and intellectually, art can inspire individuals to reflect on their values, question the status quo, and take action for positive change. Cultural heritage, including traditions, customs, and historical narratives, also plays a crucial role in shaping identities and fostering a sense of belonging. Celebrating and preserving cultural heritage helps to maintain the diversity and richness of the human experience, which is vital for a vibrant and inclusive society. Cultural exchanges and collaborations can build bridges between different communities, promoting mutual respect and understanding. These interactions can help break down stereotypes and dispel prejudices, and cultivate a culture of peace. Community based art initiatives are particularly effective in promoting social cohesion and healing. Programs that involve community members in the creation and appreciation of art can empower individuals, strengthen social bonds, and enhance a sense of collective identity. These initiatives provide a platform for marginalized voices, fostering inclusivity and giving people a sense of ownership over their cultural expression. Community art projects can also serve as powerful tools for reconciliation in post conflict societies, helping to rebuild trust and mend fractured relationships. Education in the arts is another crucial element in fostering peace. Integrating arts education into school curricula not only nurtures creativity and critical thinking, but also promotes emotional and social development. Through the arts, students learn to express themselves, understand the different perspectives, and collaborate effectively with others. These skills are essential for building a more empathetic, cohesive society. Arts education also helps to cultivate an appreciation for cultural diversity, encouraging students to value and respect different cultural expressions. The digital age has expanded the reach and impact of art and culture. The digital age has expanded the reach and impact of art and culture, providing new platforms for artistic expression and cultural exchange. Social media, online galleries, and virtual performances enable artists to connect with global audiences and to share their work beyond geographic boundaries. This digital connectivity can amplify the voices of artists, spread important messages, and foster a sense of global solidarity. However, it is important to ensure that the digital platforms are inclusive and accessible to all, bridging rather than widening the digital divide. In conclusion, art and culture are powerful catalysts for peace. They have the ability to unite people, challenge injustices, and inspire positive change. By celebrating and supporting artistic expression and cultural heritage, we can harness the transformative power to build a more just, inclusive, and peaceful world. The integration of art and culture into our efforts for global harmony is not merely an option but a necessity, as they provide a means to connect, heal, and inspire humanity. All right, let's read our bonus essay, and we'll see if we have time before my phone cuts out to read our essay we have planned on ESB. Anyway, let's read essay 11, and hopefully my phone will get us through. The battery is definitely cutting out on me, so if this cuts out in a hard end, sorry about that. The impact of service learning on personal and community development. Service learning is an educational approach that combines academic instruction with meaningful community service. This pedagogical model aims to enrich learning, teach civic responsibility, and strengthen communities. By integrating service tasks with structured opportunities for reflection and learning, service learning promotes a deeper understanding of course content, fosters a sense of social responsibility, and encourages lifelong civic engagement. How nice is that? At its core, service learning is about connecting theoretical knowledge with practical application. Students engage in projects that address real-world issues, applying classroom concepts to solve problems and meet community needs. This hands-on experience not only enhances academic learning, but also develops critical thinking, problem solving, and interpersonal skills. For instance, a biology class might partner with a local environmental group to restore a habitat, allowing students to apply their scientific knowledge while making a tangible impact on their community. One of the significant benefits of service learning is the development of empathy and social awareness. By working directly with diverse populations, students gain a better understanding of the challenges faced by different communities. This exposure helps to break down stereotypes, build cross-cultural competencies, and foster a greater appreciation for diversity. As students interact with individuals from various backgrounds, they learn to view the world from different perspectives, cultivating a more inclusive and compassionate mindset. Service learning also promotes a sense of civic responsibility and community engagement. Through their service projects, students experience firsthand the importance of active participation in society. They learn that they can make a difference no matter how small, and that their efforts contribute to the well-being of their community. This realization often inspires a lifelong commitment to service and civic involvement, as students recognize their role in creating positive change. Moreover, service learning can enhance personal growth. The challenges encountered during service learning projects require students to adapt, collaborate, and persevere, building resilience and self-efficacy. These experiences often lead to increased self-awareness as students reflect on their values, strengths, and areas for improvement. The process of engaging in a meaningful service and reflecting on its impact helps students develop a stronger sense of purpose and direction in their lives. From an educational perspective, service learning supports experiential and reflective learning. It encourages students to actively engage with course material and apply their knowledge in real-world contexts. This active learning approach can lead to a deeper, more lasting understanding of the subject matter. Additionally, the reflective component of the service learning prompts students to think critically about their experiences, draw connections between theory and practice, and articulate their learning in meaningful ways. For communities, service learning offers valuable resources and support. Partnering with educational institutions allows community organizations to leverage the energy, creativity, and skills of students to address local needs. These partnerships can lead to sustainable community development, as ongoing collaborations can help build capacity and create lasting change. Communities benefit from the infusion of new ideas and perspectives. While students gain practical experience and a sense of accomplishment, effective service learning requires thoughtful planning and collaboration between educators, students, and community partners. Clear goals and expectations must be established to ensure that both the learning objectives and community needs are met. Reflection is a critical component of the process, providing opportunities for students to analyze their experiences, integrate their learning, and consider the broader implications of their service. Continuous assessment and feedback help to refine the service learning experience and maximize its impact. In conclusion, service learning is a powerful educational approach that benefits students, educators, and communities. By integrating an academic instruction with community service, it enhances learning, fosters social responsibility, and promotes civic engagement. Through service learning, students develop empathy, social awareness, and critical skills while making meaningful contributions to their communities. As a model for education and community development, service learning holds the potential to create a more engaged, informed, and compassionate society. Okay, ESD. Now this is something that AI brought up. Let's see if it'll write me an essay real fast. Yes. I'm just going to read it as it writes because I'm running out of time with my battery life. Essay 12, Education for Sustainable Development, Empowering a Sustainable Future. Education for Sustainable Development is an educational framework that aims to equip individuals with knowledge, skills, values, and attitudes necessary to contribute to a sustainable future. As the world faces unprecedented environmental, social, and economic challenges, ESD, Education for Sustainable Development, has become an essential component of education systems worldwide, fostering a generation of informed, responsible, and proactive global citizens. Education for Sustainable Development, ESD, is grounded in the understanding that education is a key driver of sustainable development. It promotes a holistic and integrated approach to learning that encompasses environmental stewardship, social equity, and economic viability. By addressing these interconnected dimensions, ESD, Education for Sustainable Development, I really want to get that sunk into my head as I keep saying it. ESD helps learners develop a comprehensive understanding of sustainability and the complex interdependencies that characterize our world. That's something a lot of politicians don't understand, how interconnected and interdependent our world is. One of the primary goals of Education for Sustainable Development is to raise awareness and understanding of sustainability issues. This involves educating learners about the environmental challenges we face, such as climate change, biodiversity loss, and resource depletion. By exploring these causes and the consequences of these issues, learners become more aware of the impact of human activities on the planet and the urgent need for sustainable practices. This knowledge lays the foundation for informed decision-making and responsible action. Education for Sustainable Development, ESD, also emphasizes the development of critical thinking and problem-solving skills. Learners are encouraged to analyze complex sustainability issues, consider multiple perspectives, and devise innovative solutions. This process fosters creativity, adaptability, and resilience, equipping individuals to navigate the uncertainties and challenges of a rapidly changing world. By engaging in project-based learning, collaborative activities, and real-world problem-solving, learners gain practical experience in addressing sustainability challenges and implementing sustainable practices. In addition to cognitive skills, ESD aims to cultivate values and attitudes that support sustainable development. This includes fostering a sense of responsibility, empathy, and solidarity with others and the planet. By exploring ethical and moral dimensions of sustainability, Learners are encouraged to reflect on their own values and behaviors and consider how they can contribute to the common good. This process helps to build a sense of global citizenship where individuals recognize their interconnectedness and the importance of collective action for a sustainable future. ESD, Education for Sustainable Development, also promotes lifelong learning and continuous improvement. Sustainability is a dynamic and evolving field. ESD encourages individuals to stay informed and engaged throughout their lives. This involves not only formal education but also informal and non-formal learning opportunities. By fostering a culture of continuous learning and curiosity, Education for Sustainable Development, ESD, helps individuals to adapt to new challenges and contribute to sustainable development in various contexts. Moreover, Education for Sustainable Development emphasizes the importance of participatory and inclusive learning processes. It recognizes that sustainable development requires the engagement of all stakeholders, including learners, educators, communities, and policymakers. By promoting dialogue, collaboration, and partnership, ESD creates opportunities for diverse voices to be heard and for collective solutions to be developed. This inclusive approach helps to ensure that sustainability efforts are relevant, effective, and equitable. I've been reading for a long time. This integration of ESD into education systems requires a supportive policy framework and institutional commitment. Governments, educational institutions, and other stakeholders must work together to create enabling environments for ESD. This includes developing relevant curricula, providing professional development for educators, and ensuring access to quality education for all. Additionally, partnerships between education and other sectors such as business, civil society, and local communities are crucial for advancing ESD, Education for Sustainable Development, and creating synergies for sustainable development. ESD is closely aligned with United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, particularly Goal 4, which aims to ensure inclusive and equitable quality education and promote lifelong learning opportunities for all. By integrating ESD into educational policies and practices, countries can make significant progress towards achieving the SDGs, United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. SDGs, Sustainable Development Goals, and building a more sustainable and just world. I doubt the goals go far enough, but what do I know? In conclusion, Education for Sustainable Development is a transformative approach that empowers individuals to contribute to a sustainable future. By raising awareness, developing critical skills, and fostering values and promoting lifelong learning, ESD equips learners to address the complex challenges of sustainability as an integral part of education systems worldwide. Education for Sustainable Development plays a crucial role in shaping a generation of informed, responsible, and proactive global citizens. Through collaborative efforts and a shared commitment to sustainability, we can build a more resilient, equitable, and sustainable world for all. Let's see if we can get a conclusion. A conclusion essay for YouTube about our convo and 12 latest essays. Okay, let's see if it writes something cool really fast. Conclusion essay, reflecting on our conversation and the power of in-depth exploration. As we reflect on our conversation, shut up, I'm not reading to you, I'm reading to the internet, they're on the phone. As we reflect on our conversation and the series of essays we've crafted together, it becomes clear that the journey of intellectual exploration and the pursuit of comprehensive understanding are vital to addressing the multifaceted challenges our world faces today. Through these essays, we've delved into a wide array of topics, each interconnected in ways that reveal the intricate web of human thought, societal evolution, and global sustainability. Our initial discussion touched upon the complexities of language and the importance of honesty in communication. This theme underpinned many of our subsequent essays, highlighting the significance of clear, accurate, and truthful expression in fostering understanding and cooperation. By striving for greater literalness and precision in our language, we can bridge gaps in comprehension, build and build stronger, more empathetic connections with others. The exploration of service learning underscored the transformative potential of integrating community service with academic study. This approach not only enhances students' educational experiences, but also cultivates a sense of civic responsibility and social awareness. By engaging in meaningful service projects, learners can apply theoretical knowledge to real-world contexts, foster a deeper understanding of societal issues and the skills needed to address them. Our essay on education for sustainable development expanded the idea of equipping individuals with knowledge, skills, and values necessary to contribute to a sustainable future. ESD, Education for Sustainable Development, emphasizes the importance of a holistic approach to education, one that encompasses environmental stewardship, social equity, and economic viability. By fostering critical thinking, ethical reflection, and lifelong learning, Education for Sustainable Development, ESD, prepares individuals to navigate the complexities of sustainability and take informed, responsible action. Throughout our conversation, the recurring theme of interconnectedness emerged, reminding us that the challenges we face are not isolated but deeply intertwined with various aspects of human life and the natural world. This perspective calls for an integrated approach to problem solving, one that considers the broader implications of our actions and decisions. By recognizing these interdependencies, we can develop more comprehensive and effective strategies for addressing global issues. Our essays also highlighted the importance of empathy, solidarity in creating a more just and equitable world. Whether discussing the nuances of language, the impact of service learning, or the principles of sustainable development, the underlying message was clear. Our actions must be guided by a genuine concern for the well-being of others and a commitment to the common good. This ethical foundation is crucial for building a society where everyone has the opportunity to thrive. The journey through these essays has been a testament to the power of thoughtful, in-depth exploration. By taking the time to delve into each topic, we've gained a richer understanding of the complexities involved in the potential pathways to positive change. This process of intellectual engagement is not just an academic exercise, it is a vital component of active citizenship and informed participation in the world around us. As we conclude this series of essays, it is important to acknowledge the value of continuous learning and dialogue. The issues we've discussed are dynamic and evolving, and our understanding must evolve with them. By staying curious and open-minded and engaged, we can continue to learn from each other and from the world, adapting our approaches and refining our strategies in the pursuit of a better future. In the spirit of our conversation, let us carry forward the insights we've gained and the commitments we've made. Let us strive to be honest in our communication, empathetic in our interactions, and proactive in our efforts to create a more sustainable and equitable world. Through collective action and shared responsibility, we can contribute to the global movement for positive change, ensuring that our efforts today lay the foundation for a brighter, more hopeful tomorrow. Thank you for joining me in this journey of exploration and reflection. Let us continue to engage, learn, and act together, inspired by the vision of a world where every individual can flourish in harmony with each other and the planet. And if you haven't yet, subscribe and hit the bell for all notifications. Thank you so much for watching. Thumbs up the stream, give it a like, you know you want to, leave a kind comment, and I hope to see you again next time. Bye! I hope you have a wonderful day, a wonderful week, and an awesome weekend.